Thanks for watching another episode of Rider Nation Station. Help us help you by subscribing on YouTube or following us on Facebook.
TSC has streaming television services available in the Gigahood, delivered over our blazing fast fiber internet. Choose TV to fit your family's needs. Enjoy our basic package with all the local channels, or try the extended basic package with sports, news, music, and family entertainment. Download the Your TV Green app and use your Amazon Fire Stick to start watching today. Still need internet? Go to www.telcirco.com and choose the Connect Me button to complete the fiber connection form, and we'll take care of the rest.
The St. Mary's Memorial High School Alumni Foundation is proud to support St. Mary's athletics. We invite you to become a member of the Alumni Foundation by checking out our website at www.mhsaf.com or checking us out on Facebook. Good luck, Riders.
Hello, I'm Dr. Robert Spees. Welcome to Spees Chiropractic and Wellness Center.
As a family practice, Spees Chiropractic welcomes in patients of all ages. Whether this is your first time or you've done this before, Dr. Spees and his compassionate staff are here for you. What makes Spees Chiropractic unique is their three-tier approach. By using chiropractic care alongside massage therapy and physical therapy, all your healthcare needs will be treated compassionately and comprehensively. Spees Chiropractic. Make the right choice for your care.
St. Mary's traditions include football, SMAB, and Fowler's TV. Founded in 1957 by Richard and Peggy, Fowler's TV is celebrated, like a Rough Rider First Down, for its dedication to high-quality electronics, custom installations of indoor and outdoor TVs, Sonos sound systems, surveillance systems, and so much more. With 12 months of special financing available on approved credit, shopping local has never been better. Fowler's knowledgeable and friendly staff uphold the tradition of exceptional customer care, servicing only what they sell with the same or next day service.
Well, hello everyone, and we welcome you once again to Grand Lake Health Systems Court for another Rider Nation Station sports telecast. Tonight we bring you boys basketball as the St. Mary's Rough Riders host the Perry Commodores. I'm Joe Hurlbert. I'll be bringing you all the play-by-play action. And tonight I'm joined by Derek J. and Kelly J. They'll be with me through the entire course of this ball game. They'll bring you all the color commentary and statistics and give you fun facts that you would not normally know. But I'll tell you what, tonight the Riders come in 1-0. The Perry Commodores come in 0-1. I'm sorry, they come in 0-1, and Perry comes in 0-2. So the Rough Riders lost. We'll talk about St. Mary's first. St. Mary's lost their season opener on the road at New Knoxville. It was 20-19 at the half. The Riders had the 1-point lead, and then from there the second half went. Didn't go so well.
Yeah, just didn't get into a groove offensively in the second half. New Knoxville did, and things just kind of snowballed there in the second half for them.
Well, let's talk a little bit. There's some major changes in the boys basketball program, and the one that stands out is they've got a new first-year head coach in Tim Bargy. Not a stranger to basketball by any stretch of the imagination. And if people remember, years and years ago, he coached down at Versailles, and I believe he led the Lady Tigers to a state title.
He was state semifinalist twice.
State semifinal twice.
Had the two Ratterman.
Jackie Ratterman was one.
And I think Justine maybe the other one. Had them in different years, made the trip to the state semis both times with those two. I think 92 and 98. But Coach Bargy has been insanely successful as a coach. 600 career wins. If you combine both girls and boys, has made stops at Fairlawn, Russia, Yellow Springs, Mississinawa Valley, Franklin Monroe, and now St. Mary's. And so you got a guy coming in who he's a veteran. He's a veteran. He knows what he wants to accomplish, and so I'm sure, given time, he's going to be able to get his system set in.
And with the schools you've mentioned, obviously he's been at schools to start programs and revamp programs, and it's the same here at St. Mary's. Of course, Some of the names that you'll see as starters are familiar. Casey Gross, Aiden Meinerding, Caden Geiger, guys like that. But here again, he's only had one game that he has seen them with actual game time experience. But it's going to take a while to get the chemistry together for this ball club.
Anytime you have a new coach, and regardless of what happened the previous year, there's a learning period where the coach is getting used to the players are getting used to the coach, and new system, new terminology, and so there's going to be a learning period that's probably going to last quite a while, unfortunately, for for the Rough Riders as they get used to each other. If you look at last year in the St. Mary's lineup, we've got some experience as far as age goes. We've got some juniors and seniors, but not a lot of court experience. With Casey Gross being probably the guy with the most on the court varsity experience for the Riders, so they're going to look to him throughout the season for stability, for ball handling, for leadership. And then we have a couple of other younger guys, and younger as in juniors, with Caden Geiger and Huck Hurtenstein that got some playing time last year as sophomores, and give the Riders a little bit of size. Skinny, they all need to eat a few pizzas, to try to put on a little weight, but give them a little bit of size. We have some new
for the
guys.
Riders. I think for the Riders to be successful, Huck Hurtenstein and Caden Geiger need to step up, at least in terms of points. They need to be drivers of the offense. At least from last year, Casey Gross does a really nice job bringing the ball up, but didn't show a ton of flashes in the points column. It'd be really nice to see Geiger and Hurtenstein step up in that respect.
Sure. And if you look at the roster in general, you'll see some faces, some people that weren't on the roster last year. And I think sometimes, and this is at any school, when you got a new coach coming in, people kind of come out of the woodworks and say, I think I'll go out this year. And so some of the names you'll see on the roster weren't on the roster last year, and we'll see if as the course of the season goes on, whether they're able to contribute to the success of the program.
On the other side of the coin, the Perry Commodores, they've got themselves a brand new head coach as well, and a very familiar name to basketball fans around the area. 1994 Mr. Basketball in the state of Ohio, Aaron Hutchins. And he's also in his first year, had an illustrious career at Marquette. But I'll tell you what, when you look at their roster, I think compared to what we talked about earlier, I think a lot of these guys are jumping on because of the name of Aaron Hutchins. I think they want to play for this guy.
You would hope. As a player, I would look at that and say, hey, I want to play for that guy. He's been successful. He can teach me some things. Yeah. And I talked to Coach Hutchins before the game, and he the same way Coach Bargy is. He's getting his feet wet, learning the kids. Basically he's had these kids for 30 days or so, and they're getting used to him. He's getting used to them. He talked about learning to learn how to play basketball, learn his system, learn to play as a team, and just improve every day. And so it's kind of like starting from ground zero.
Well, when you look at his roster, he only has 2 seniors. The rest are juniors, sophomores, and a couple of freshmen. But here again, he's probably has the mindset as, because we're learning this year, we're going to take our licks. But we're going to be better next year and the year after and the year after that. They'll continue to get better.
Yeah, so. and a lot of coaches talk about establishing a culture, and I think that's certainly
Absolutely.
What he's doing.
I agree. Well, they're lowering the flag here at Grand Lake Health Systems Court for the singing of our national anthem. We're going to step away. While they do, we'll come back. We'll check the starting lineups, and we'll have the tip-off of tonight's contest between the St. Mary's Rough Riders and the Perry Commodores. We'll do that and more right after this.
Albert Sporting Goods, outfitting your team since 1980. Our products consist of individual and team equipment for all community organizations, club teams, high school and collegiate sports. We personalize your gear with embroidery, screen printing, digitizing and graphic design with on-site services to deliver quality uniforms, spirit wear, and fulfill every equipment need. Order online now at albertsportinggoods.com.
And speaking of great teams, St. Mary's Foundry would like to thank its very own team of hardworking employees for their loyalty and dedication. If you're looking for rewarding challenges and first-string wages and benefits, check us out at stmfoundry.com or on hometownopportunities.com. St. Mary's Foundry, where iron and ingenuity meet. All righty, we welcome you back to Grand Lake Health Systems Court. Joe Hurlbert alongside Derek and Kelly J. And of course, Derek will be giving you some statistics and numbers as well as Kelly throughout the course of the evening. But one statistics we want to pass along, we want to congratulate Derek and his wife, Kaylee, on the birth of their baby girl. And so we want some statistics.
Yeah, she came in quite large. She was 8 pounds, 13 ounces, born 2 weeks ago today, last Friday, little JC.
How cool. How cool is that? Well, congratulations to both mom and dad and grandparents. That's what now keep in mind, grandparents, we spoil.
That's my job completely.
Exactly. Yes. It's awesome. Absolutely. Well, again, congratulations. Well, they're introducing the cheerleaders for both teams tonight, and then we'll get ready to introduce the starting lineups. But as far as Rider Nation Station telecasts are concerned, we'll be back with you on Tuesday night, December 9th, right here at Grand Lake Health Systems Court, as we'll have boys basketball as the Findlay Trojans come into Grand Lake Health Systems Court. And then on Thursday, we'll have girls basketball for you as the Bath Wild Kittens come in to take on Scott Jordan's ball club on Thursday. So boys on Tuesday, girls on Thursday here at Grand Lake Health Systems Court. We want to welcome everybody watching along the way, wherever you may be. This is the home opener for the St. Mary's Rough Riders. Have a good crowd on hand on the other side of the floor, across our way. So it'll be easy. And, of course, I think Perry brought a good contingency of fans as well. So we'll double-check the starting lineups.
Last year's game at Perry, obviously, was a St. Mary's victory, 54-19. Perry really struggled offensively. If you look at their roster compared to last year, not a lot returning, which, that's could be good, could be bad. But the one guy that St. Mary's is going to have to look out for is Amir Warner. And Amir Warner was a second-team Northwest Central Conference player last year as a freshman. And so we got him here as a sophomore. And if you look at their first 2 games, he's putting up some impressive numbers. Had 24 points against Ottoville and had, where's my other game?
He had 18.
18 against Allen East in their opener. So the offense kind of revolves around him, obviously.
He scored 54% of their points on the season. They've kind of struggled. Perry's kind of struggled a little bit offensively. Only scored 40 and 38 points in their first 2 games. And like Kelly said, 24 and 18 of that come from Warner. So he's definitely where the scouting report starts for St. Mary's. Definitely a guy you got to locate.
As a team against Allen East, the Commodores had 0 threes. And I'm not sure if they had any. They were 2 of 12 against Ottoville from the 3-point line. So that's telling me not a great perimeter shooting team. But then conversely, you say, okay, they're probably going to be taking the ball to the basket. So that's going to be, up to St. Mary's to try to keep people in front and defend.
Have good help side and good rotations.
Good rotations.
I think one of the keys for St. Mary's as well is they got to play within themselves. last year the turnover was the bugaboo, and they got to take care of the basketball.
Correct.
They turned it over 19 times against New Knoxville.
Ouch.
So, especially in a game that wasn't very high scoring, it's 54-41. You definitely can't afford to turn it over 19 times. It's something they gotta work on. You're not going to win a lot of games doing that.
Right.
And if you look at St. Mary's shooting against New Knoxville, not a whole lot better than Perry Commodores. They were 3 of 17 from the three-point line. So, again, hopefully that was maybe just first game jitters, and hopefully they'll come out a little better today and shoot a little better.
Yeah.
Okay.
All righty, both teams have been introduced to the crowd here at Grand Lake Health Systems Court. Zion Dukes Tisdale, Aiden Wireman, Broden Eichholt, Amir Warren, and Colton Scott for the Perry Commodores. Blake Dingledine, Caden Geiger, Clayton Rhodes, Casey Gross, and Aiden Meinerding for the Rough Riders. It'll be Colton Scott, the sophomore. He'll jump against Clayton Rhodes. Official steps to the center of the floor, tosses it up. This tip is controlled by another jump ball.
I don't even know how to put that in the stat column here.
It should be a re-tip.
Yeah, I think that's where they're headed.
Yeah.
So they're going to re-jump this one. It'll be...
Boy, that's something you just do not see often right there.
Wireman and Geiger.
I don't know if I've ever seen anything like that before.
Tip is controlled by the Rough Riders. Meinerding has it. Will give the ball to Casey Gross. Gross guarded by Dukes Tisdale.
Looks like a man-to-man here for the Commodores.
Try to get it down low to Dingledine. Yeah. Dingledine goes up, and he traveled. So he raced the 2 points off the board, and the turnover gives the ball back over to Perry. And the Riders look like they're going to put some pressure on the ball.
Zone.
Oh. Yeah. Looks like a little 1-2-2, three-quarter court trap.
Wireman with the basketball, double team there, gets it down in the corner to Eichholt. Back out to Wireman. Tisdale. Well, he's not a very big kid. He's guarded there by Dingledine. Scott, kick it left side. Warner stops and pops, rolls around, nope, will not go. Good rebound there by Dingledine. Get it to Casey Gross. He'll get it across the timeline, and the Rough Riders will set up their offense. Gross going to launch one from 3, no good, off the back of the iron. Rebound comes down, this all Perry. Here comes Tisdale, and it's kicked out of bounds by the Rough Riders.
Good hands there from Gross to stop what would have been a layup on the transition bucket there. Probably not the greatest shot, not really in rhythm. Kind of found himself open, but still maybe not a great shot.
Ball knocked out of bounds. I thought they were going to tag Dingledine with the push, but not the case. Knocked out of bounds. So the Rough Riders will have it. Casey Gross will bring it across the 10-second line, and he'll be picked up there by Amir Warner. Meinerding.
Perry doing a really nice job putting some ball pressure on the Rider.
Casey Gross from the corner for 3, won't go. Rolls in and out. Rebound by Rhodes. Shot put up by Geiger. Got it. 3-point goal. Caden Geiger, and the Rough Riders are on the board.
Good things happen when you get offensive rebounds like that. Defenses are kind of in disarray and usually get easy kickouts like that.
Good defense there as Clayton Rhodes knocked the ball loose. They're scrumming for it on the floor. It'll be a jump ball. Possession arrow will favor the Perry Commodores. 5:56 remaining here in the first quarter.
See the Riders coming out with that 1-2-2 kind of three-quarter court press. Talked to Coach Bargy before the game, and he said he wanted to come out and press a little earlier just to try to increase the tempo of the game.
Missed shot, rebound comes down to Dingledine, and we've got a whistle, and a foul is going to be on Dukes Tisdale.
Coach Bargy was not happy with the pace of the game last week against Knoxville, and he said he thought they sat a little bit too complacently in the 2-3 zone, and so he wanted to come out with a little different look here to start with.
Three-point shot attempted by Geiger. Missed, and we got a foul on the rebound. I think the foul is going to be on Aiden Meinerding.
Really good look. It was a nice little sideline out of bounds play drawn up by Coach Bargy to get Caden Geiger a really good open look, especially after being in rhythm, hitting the three earlier. Just did knock it down.
Shot put off the back of the iron by Dukes Tisdale. Meinerding with it. He'll run the offense, top of the key. Gross drops it down into Geiger. Back out to Meinerding. Meinerding to Dingledine. Gross gets a pick from Rhodes. Rhodes gets it. Spin move down low. Goes up with a shot. Nope, that won't go. Rebound comes down to Colton Scott. Perry's coming the other way. Dukes Tisdale will give it over to Wireman. Okie dokie. Now we're going to have a delayed foul. It's going to be called on Clayton Rhodes.
Kind of just a matter of time on that one. The referees committed about 3 fouls right there.
Yeah.
And lucky he got away with the first couple, and usually not going to get away with that many.
Huck Hertenstein checks in. Clayton Rhodes will sit down. Of course, Hertenstein, the tallest player for the Rough Riders at 6'5".
Hertenstein was 7 points against the Rangers last week.
Wireman with the basketball. Gives it to Warner. Scott puts it on the floor, spin move, goes up, and it's blocked by Hertenstein, but they're going to call him with a foul.
Oh, I don't know if I agree with that call. Maybe we'll see on the
instant replay looks like.
But
maybe. Oh, here we go.
Oh, I think that's clean.
I agree. Colton Scott, the sophomore at the line, misses the free throw. 4:27 in the first quarter. Perry has yet to score. Rough Riders only has a 3-point goal by Geiger, and he misses both of them. Hertenstein has it. Little careless turnover there, not able to control the basketball. Turnover will give it back to Perry. Blocked by Hertenstein. And all alone is And speaking of great teams,
Broden Eichholt gets on the board. First points for the Commodores. And
I think that's the first time he's touched the basketball.
I think you're right.
Couldn't find his name.
Good pass out.
Dingledine, shot, nope, won't go. Rebound. Nice hustle by Dingledine following his shot, but stepped out of bounds.
That was the old, as soon as he shot it, he knew it wasn't going in. He's chasing after it. It's a good hustle, but couldn't quite corral it.
Ryan Monfort checks into the ball game for St. Mary's.
Coach Bargy talking about having a little bit of a deeper bench today, you know, getting out in the three-quarter court, putting pressure out.
Three-point shot is good.
Riders just kind of lost
Warner
there.
Yep.
Yeah, just didn't locate him and suddenly found himself wide open.
Turnover. Here comes Dukes Tisdale with the basketball. Goes up with the shot. And we've got a whistle and a foul. Foul's going to be called on Aidan Meinerding, and
it's going to be number 2.
Zion Dukes Tisdale will go to the line and shoot 2.
You see on the replay here, Meinerding was in really good defensive position. He had beaten him to the spot. I think if he'd have stopped and taken the charge, he'd have probably had a good chance of drawing it. or at least going straight up. Maybe could have blocked it. Tisdale is, as you can see, very, very short. So he'd have probably had a good chance at a block, but anytime you come down with your hands like that, it's going to get called.
Dukes Tisdale hits the first free throw. He'll get one more. Perry's on top, 6-3 on the Sean Barnett Electrical scoreboard. Rattles around and gets them both. Commodores lead 7-3. Here comes Casey Gross with the basketball. In the corner it goes to Howell. Huck Hertenstein for three. Nope, that won't go. Rebound comes down to Broden Eichholt.
Not a bad shot there from Hertenstein. He's a good shooter.
That's going to be a foul on Gross as he reached around Scott. Good job by Huck Hertenstein. He's tried to take the charge, but was able to go around him. We got a Miller Funeral Home timeout on the floor. With the score, the Perry Commodores 7, the Rough Riders 3. We'll be right back.
And speaking of great teams, St. Mary's Foundry would like to thank its very own team of hardworking employees for their loyalty and dedication. If you're looking for rewarding challenges and first-string wages and benefits, check us out at stmfoundry.com or on hometownopportunities.com. St. Mary's Foundry, where iron and ingenuity meet.
Miller Funeral Home has been serving the Rough Rider community in its time of need since the 70s. Our business is a family affair, dedicated to serving families with integrity, dignity, and compassion. Miller Funeral Home, proud to be a supporter of the Rough Rider community.
2:45 remaining here at Grand Lake Health Systems Court in the first quarter. The Commodores lead on the Sean Barnett Electrical scoreboard, 7-3. Kelly, has been pretty tough shooting for the Rough Riders.
Yeah. 1 for 6 from 3, 1 for 7 overall, 3 turnovers. Obviously, they're doing a lot of collapsing when we get the ball down on the post. We got to be strong with it.
Scott hits the first free throw. He'll get one more.
I think the Riders do have a little bit of size advantage down in the post.
They've tried, and they've done a nice job. They've tried to post a couple different guys. Blake Dingodine and Huck Hertenstein, Caden Geiger, all have gotten down in the post. Just haven't been able to connect.
Nice shot up and in by Aiden Wireman. Now we got a whistle on the floor.
It's going to be a delay of game.
For hitting it. Yep. Well, the Rough Riders had the basketball, but then all of a sudden, Reese Howell lost the basketball and then got an easy shot.
Yeah, Blake Dingodine didn't create much space on the box out there. Needs to sit his butt down, push back a little bit. He's definitely, Austin Parks can just jump, but Blake Dingodine is not tall enough to do that.
Another turnover stolen by Wireman. Shot up, no good. Tip back up, no good. Battle for it under the basket. Rebound comes down to Reese Howell. Howell double team there, need to get it out. Get it to Casey Gross. Howell with the basketball, right side, gets a pick by Hertenstein, goes up with a shot, up and in off the glass. Nice shot by Huck Hertenstein.
A really well-run pick and roll right there.
Nice bounce pass.
Yeah, really nice bounce pass. Hal did a nice job of kind of creating space, using a hesitation. It was good.
Colton Scott's shot, no good.
Take it. There you
Shot
go.
Put up by Geiger. Nope, won't go. Reese Howell on the other end. Goes up with a shot. Got it. Nice hustle, second effort by Reese Howell. Pulls the Rough Riders within 3. Shot up and in by Amir Warner. Flying one-hander.
That was a really tough shot. Moving to his left.
Geiger's three-point shot won't go. Rebound, Monfort, no. And rebound comes down to Perry. Here's Wireman with the basketball, drives the paint, pulls up, ball loose, gets it back. Dukes Tisdale with it, gives it to Scott. Warner with it. Stops and pops. Nope. Well, oh my gosh.
That was a really good box out.
Oh, wait a minute.
They better not call that on Casey Gross.
No way.
Oh, that's an awful call.
That is an awful call. I agree. Casey Gross had established his position. We'll see it right there. Yeah, that was just bad.
He's just boxing him out. What else is he supposed to do? And more importantly, that's Casey Gross' second foul. No, that is a really bad call. Reward the Perry player just basically for jumping on top of Casey Gross.
Exactly.
That's a bad call.
Colton Scott will be at the line, shot up, and good. He'll get another.
Tim Bargy is very unhappy with it as well. He's been letting that official hear this whole free throw.
Missed it. Rebound comes down to Wireman, and there's going to be a foul called on Reese Howell, I believe.
That's the second time Rider's not creating good space on the free throw box out. It's something little, that you don't often think about, but because the defender's right there, if you don't sit your butt down, create some space, it's a very easy offensive rebound, especially when they're short like that.
Yep.
There's something easy possessions you're giving up. You can't have those.
Perry's keeping St. Mary's in the ball game by not making their free throws. He gets one of two, Scott does, and it's 14-7. Biggest lead for Perry.
St. Mary's having a little trouble with this press.
40 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Reese Howell for three. Got it.
He's provided a little spark off the bench for the Riders. Pick and roll assists, and then now he's got 5 points.
Dukes Tisdale give the
That was
ball
a really good help. Really good help side there.
Got 15 seconds. Howell.
Good pass. Kick it back out.
Clayton Rhodes, ball knocked out of his hands. Foul is going to be called on number 5, Broden Eicholt.
Hopefully the Riders have a good mental clock here. You got 9 seconds. You got some time to do a drive, kick, those kind of things, but don't have too much time.
Dukes Tisdale, as they just threw the ball right to him. Shot goes up and good. It's a 2-point shot. That Horns ends the first quarter of action here at Grand Lake Health Systems Court with the score on the Sean Barnett Electrical scoreboard. The Perry Commodores 16, the Rough Riders 10. We'll be back with the second quarter right after this.
Hold your horses, literally. Here comes Rocky, trotting in with some big news.
Yeehaw, Rider Nation. The Rider Rooters give back to every Rough Rider sports program.
That's right. Rider Rooters help supply gear, scoreboards, and the extras our athletes need to succeed. So saddle up and purchase your Rider Rooter membership, because here at St. Mary's, Riders ride together.
Thank you for your support. Go Riders!
I'm Larry Gruber, longtime educator and St. Mary's wrestling coach.
If you're in need for any electrical upgrades, whether big or small, for your business or home, reach out to Sean Barnett Electrical at 567-259-8343.
Trying to do electrical work on your own can be shocking and painful.
Yow! Hi, I'm Sean Barnett with Sean Barnett Electrical for your home or your business, and I do support this pinch.
Alrighty, we're back at Grand Lake Health Systems Court. Joe Hurlbert alongside Derek and Kelly J, where the first quarter ends and the Perry Commodores have a 6-point lead as we get ready to bring you the second quarter of action.
A couple of points of emphasis here in this first quarter. St. Mary's just 2 of 9 shooting from the 3, but the big stat that's jumping out at me, 7 turnovers.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Absolutely too many. I got to give Perry a lot of credit defensively. They do a really nice job, as you see right there, pressure on the ball, but the help side is good. you know, when you get beyond the initial defender, there's still help side there. So I give Perry a lot of credit. They're defending very well.
And when St. Mary's gets the ball down in the post, they're doing a really nice job of collapsing down in and giving help. They're not a big team. Look at number 14. You know, he's trying to guard Geiger down there, and Kevin Richardson's a fairly short guy.
Another turnover by the Rough Riders. Here comes Perry the other direction.
A lot of active hands.
And Warner will see. Basket will count.
That was a really nice pace from Warner as you see him kind of slow down right there at the end. It's really hard to do. The NBA guys make it look really easy to go from full speed and then to slow yourself down as you finish. That's a really tough thing to do. That's a really, really nice finish.
Amir Warner at the free throw line hits it. 9-point lead by Perry, their largest of the game. They're going to still apply pressure to the Rough Riders until they can prove they can get it across the 10-second line without turning it over.
There you go. Good take. Good
Shot
take.
up by Dingledine. That's good.
That's exactly what you got to do. You break the press and you go at the rim because there's no defense back there. You know, all 5 of Perry's guys are basically on the backcourt or right over it. So if you beat it, you got to go.
Richardson up, left-handed shot off the glass is good.
Urtenstein was the last man on defense there. Kind of went for the steal and didn't quite get it.
Another turnover. Geiger can't maintain possession. Here comes Perry the other direction. Shot put up by Warner. Nope, won't go. Rebound.
A little bit of a heat check there from Warner. He's scored quite a bit. We're really feeling it. Didn't quite get it to bounce.
Clayton Rhodes with the basketball. Urtenstein takes it to the paint, goes up with his shot. Nope, won't go. Rebound loose. Here comes Perry. Wireman came down with the rebound. Warner. Turnover. Perry. Here comes Geiger. Goes up with a shot. Good. And we've got a Miller Funeral Home timeout called on the floor with 5:53 remaining. Rough Riders trail 21-14 on the Sean Barnett Electrical scoreboard. Back in a moment.
I'm Larry Gruber, longtime educator and St. Mary's wrestling coach.
If you're in need for any electrical upgrades, whether big or small, for your business or home, reach out to Sean Barnett Electrical at 567-259-8343.
Trying to do electrical work on your own can be shocking and painful. Yow!
Hi, I'm Sean Barnett with Sean Barnett Electrical for your home or your business, and I do support this pinch.
Fellowship of Christian Athletes is a middle school and high school club looking to spread God's love throughout numerous schools and communities of our local area. FCA's favorite play of the game is both teams joining together in prayer at the conclusion of the game. God bless you, sports fans.
Back to Grand Lake Health Systems Court. Glad to have you along. Joe Hurlbert alongside Derek and Kelly J. Boys basketball tonight. The Rough Riders and the Perry Commodores. Rough Riders trail by 7 on the Sean Barnett Electrical scoreboard.
Riders going on a little run there. I think good timeout from Coach Aaron Hutchins. Stemmed the tide a little bit. But it didn't seem to help as his team think turned it over, but I don't know. I don't know who this foul is going to go against.
I think the foul is going to be on Colton Scott.
Okay.
Comes Kevin Richardson back into the ball game. Scott's going to have a seat. You see it on your screen. 5:36 remaining here in the first half.
Both Aiden Meinerding and Casey Gross back in the game here with 2 fouls. A lot of trust there from Coach Bargy and his guys.
Ryan Montford's shot won't go. Meinerding gets the rebound. His shot won't go. Rebound comes down to Warner. Richardson spin move it. Oh my gosh. He traveled just a little bit.
I think as he's going into that spin move, he wasn't expecting Aiden Meinerding to be right there, and he's expecting to go up with the shot. Surprised him a little bit and turned it over.
Casey Gross will set the offense, give it to Dingledine. Swing it in the corner to Monfort. Geiger in the paint, goes up, left-handed shot won't go. Dingledine follows, won't go. Meinerding up off the glass, that won't go. Rebound comes down. Geiger with the basketball.
Riders are getting good looks there. They just got to convert. You know, it's a turnover.
All right. I don't know if we're going to be able to see it, the over and back here.
Yeah, I mean, Riders got two really good looks there, both Geiger in the post and then Meinerding on the follow-up there, but just not able to convert. It seems to kind of be the story here in this half. Getting good looks, just not knocking them down.
Leandre Petaway in the ball game, number 1 for Perry. Shot goes up and no good by Warner. Geiger with the basketball and the rebound. Here he comes, cross 10-second line. Give it to Meinerding. Geiger down low, it goes to Dingledine. Put it on the floor, goes up with the shot, got it. Nice strong move by Blake Dingledine, the 6'1 senior.
Did a really nice job. Yeah. He did a really nice job. You can kind of see there, he bumps the defender in his chest, but doesn't lower his shoulder. If you lower your shoulder, you're going to get the offensive foul, but you bump him, you're probably not.
Good hustle by Casey Gross on the steal. Geiger's just can't hang on to it. He does save it. Monfort loses the handle.
Riders have had quite a few of those turnovers right there. Just that's not a forced turnover. You can't have those. You're just putting it on the floor and you just lose it. Should be an offensive foul.
It is. Offensive foul. Good job by Casey Gross taking the charge. You know, Derek, your point down here on the other end when Monfort lost the basketball, it almost seems like when he gets the ball, it's almost like the adrenaline sets in and he just wants to go without playing within himself, playing with some composure. It seems like he's in a hurry and not able to control the basketball.
Yeah, it often happens, and guys who aren't super comfortable handling the ball, whether it's in the backcourt against the press or in the half court, trying to put the ball on the floor and go to the rim is, you're real, like you said, real gung-ho going towards the rim and just don't bring the ball with you.
Rhodes, Howell with the shot, goes out of bounds. It'll be Perry's ball.
Maybe not the greatest shot there from Howell. Played real well in the first quarter, but coming cold off the bench and immediately taking, moving to your left shot maybe isn't the best shot right there.
And the Riders have kind of clawed their way back into the game a little bit.
Yeah.
Down 5, had a pretty good quarter so far.
And getting good looks in the paint.
Right.
It's not like they're not getting, and as you see, he's promptly being taken out probably for that shot. But yeah, you're getting good looks in the paint, so no real reason for that, and that's probably why he's being taken out here.
Yeah, coach is probably giving him a this is the shot we need right now.
Yeah.
We're St. Mary's is kind of punishing them a little bit in the paint.
Yeah.
A couple of kind of like bully shots.
That was a flop.
Yeah.
That must be the new signal for a flop.
Not bad acting.
Is that considered a foul, personal foul?
I don't think so.
In college, now college kind of stopped calling it. They added it to the rule book a few years ago, and I think it definitely was a flop. That's the right call. In college, the way it's officiated is the first time you do it's a warning, and the second time's a technical foul. I'm not sure what the high school rule is. That would be better addressed to like Bill Krug, somebody like that. I'm not sure what the high school rule is, but that's at least how it's done in college. And usually, in high school basketball. Once a rule's put in college, it'll trickle down to high school a few years later. So that would be my guess is how it's supposed to be.
Dukes Tisdale. Ball rolls around. Shot was put up by Amir Warner. We got a jump ball underneath. Good job by Ryan Monfort. Ties up Kevin Richardson.
Hey, you can see right there on the Larry Schaff replay. There were 4 riders right in the paint there, none of them boxing out, which is why Perry ended up with the offensive rebound there, something they can work on. They've given up quite a few of those, just not getting their butt into somebody.
The shot comes up short. Ball loose on the floor. Monfort has it.
St. Mary's has got a chance here to get back within a possession.
Yeah, it'd be really nice if before the half here they can cut it to 1 possession game. Get some momentum going into halftime. Nice move.
Dingledine goes up with a shot. He's fouled.
A little shake and bake by Blake Dingledine there.
So he'll go to the line. Here it is on the Larry Schaff auto sale. Instant replay.
Riders may have found themselves a little matchup advantage there. Blake Dingledine in the post. He plays a little bit more of a guard, but he's definitely got at least a physicality advantage.
Dingledine hits the first free throw. He'll get 1 more.
Dingledine with 7 points in that first game against New Knoxville.
2 of 5 from the free throw line, so nice to see that first one drop for him. Really, the Riders got to the line quite a bit against New Knoxville. They shot 17 free throws, especially in a game where they only scored 41 points. That's pretty good. That means they're attacking the rim. You just maybe need to see a few more of them go down.
Got both free throws, pulls the Riders within 3 with 1:26 remaining. Warner goes up with a shot. Nope, that's short. Sails out of bounds.
Another stop. Riders again have the chance to tie the game with a 3. Though haven't shot real well from behind the arc. It'd be nice to see another paint touch, but again, continue to chip away. Get some momentum going into half. Yeah, give it to him again.
Howell had the 3-point shot. Down it goes to Dingledine. Goes up, got it. Riders are within 1.
Not great transition defense, but probably not a bad foul there from Caden Geiger. You're down 1. You got plenty of fouls to give. He's not in foul trouble. Maybe preventing a transition bucket. Probably not a bad decision there.
Dukes Tisdale triggers it into Amir Warner. Warner guarded by Dingledine. Ball is stolen by Geiger. 2-on-2. Geiger spins, goes up with the left hand, got it. And the Rough Riders take the lead by 1. As we have a timeout on the floor with the score, the Rough Riders 21, the Rough Riders 22, Commodores 21. We'll be right back.
Hey there, Rough Rider country. If you need a van, truck, car, SUV, motorcycle, camper, boat, or any other form of transportation, come on down to Schaff Auto Sales. I know you got vehicle needs, and I got needs too. I need to know that you got the right kind of truck to get the job done. And I need to know that you got a fun set of wheels to cruise around in. And I need to know that your kids are safe when you take them for a ride.
Thanks, Aaron High, the car guy.
I'm Aaron High, the car guy with Schaff Auto Sales. I sell cars to Rough Rider fans, because that's what I am, and that's who I care about.
Hi, I'm Jay Gibson, proud owner of Varsity Lanes since 2003. Visit Varsity Lanes for exceptional fun and mouth-watering food. Opt for our classic ham and cheese, or choose from various other delectable options. Every Friday night, join Rough Rider fans in the lounge for food, drinks, and St. Mary's football. Can't make it? Takeout and delivery service is available. Varsity Lanes is your go-to spot for daily lunch specials and dinner options. Whether you dine in, take out, or opt for delivery, Varsity Lanes, locally owned and operated, and the home of state bowling champions, and where amazing dining meets fun. Tempted? Visit or call us now. Have you made the call yet?
We did. 41 seconds remaining here in the first half. The Rough Riders have regained the lead. They jumped out to an early 3-0 lead, and then before long that was gone. But they fought their way back from a deficit of 9 to take a 22-21 lead with 34 seconds remaining. Scott with the basketball, almost stolen by Dingledine. Shot put up by Warner, nope, won't go. Rebound comes down to Montfort.
Let's not turn it over. Yep, slow it down. Get a last shot. You got 14 seconds left.
Hertenstein gives the ball over to Caden Geiger. Geiger goes right side against Warner, goes up off the glass, whistle and a foul. And Geiger will go to the line and shoot 2.
That was Geiger's best take of the night right there. You know, just kind of fighting through contact there. I think some of his earlier takes, my big criticism would, you know, when there's contact there, kind of shies away from it, but did a really nice job there fighting through it, kind of going right through Warner.
Up through his chest.
Yep. But got to knock down the free throws here.
Missed the first free throw. We'll get one more. 4.8 seconds remaining.
His first free throw miss on the season. He was 6 for 6 against New Knoxville.
Makes one of 2. 23-21. 8 points for Geiger. Ball loose on the floor. And that's the end of the first half with the score. On the Sean Barnett Electrical scoreboard, it's the Rough Riders 23, the Perry Commodores 21. We'll be back to take a look at the numbers to the first half. We'll do that and more right after this.
Buffalo Wild Wings in St. Mary's, proud to support Rough Rider Athletics and the Memorial Student Athletes. Join Buffalo Wild Wings for each Rough Riders football game, streamed on Rider Nation Station. Buffalo Wild Wings, wings, drinks, sports.
TSC has streaming television services available in the Gigahood, delivered over our blazing fast fiber internet. Choose TV to fit your family's needs. Enjoy our basic package with all the local channels, or try the extended basic package with sports, news, music, and family entertainment. Download the Your TV Green app and use your Amazon Fire Stick to start watching today. Still need internet? Go to www.telcirco.com and choose the Connect Me button to complete the fiber connection form, and we'll take care of the rest.
The St. Mary's Memorial High School Alumni Foundation is proud to support St. Mary's athletics. We invite you to become a member of the Alumni Foundation by checking out our website at www.mhsaf.com or checking us out on Facebook. Good luck, Riders.
Hello, I'm Dr. Robert Spees. Welcome to Spees Chiropractic and Wellness Center.
As a family practice, Spees Chiropractic welcomes in patients of all ages. Whether this is your first time or you've done this before, Dr. Spees and his compassionate staff are here for you. What makes Spees Chiropractic unique is their 3-tier approach. By using chiropractic care alongside massage therapy and physical therapy, all your healthcare needs will be treated compassionately and comprehensively. Spees Chiropractic. Make the right choice for your care.
St. Mary's traditions include football, SMAB, and Fowler's TV. Founded in 1957 by Richard and Peggy, Fowler's TV is celebrated, like a Rough Rider first down, for its dedication to high-quality electronics, custom installations of indoor and outdoor TVs, Sonos sound systems, surveillance systems, and so much more. With 12 months of special financing available on approved credit, shopping local has never been better. Fowler's knowledgeable and friendly staff uphold the tradition of exceptional customer care, servicing only what they sell with the same or next day service.
Already back at Grand Lake Health Systems Court. Joe Hurlbert alongside Derek and Kelly J. Rough Riders lead by 2 at halftime on the Sean Barnett Electrical scoreboard, 23-21. Let's take a look at some of the numbers and how the Rough Riders have taking this 2-point lead into the locker room here at halftime. Kelly?
Okay, for the Perry Commodores, we've got Dukes Tisdale at 4 points, Wireman with 2, Eicholt with 2, Amir Warner with 8, Richardson 2, and Colton Scott with 3 for 21 points. The Commodores are 7 of 23 for 30% from the field, 1 of 6 from the 3-point line, and 6 of 11 from the free throw line for 55%. They have just 6 turnovers. 4 of those turnovers were in the second quarter, so they got a little sloppier with the ball there in the second quarter. For the Rough Riders, and here goes, we got quite a bit of here. Blake Dingledine with 8 points, Caden Geiger 8 points, Reese Howe off the bench with 5 points, and Huck Hertenstein with 2 points for their 23 total. The Riders are 9 of 24 for 38% from the field. A cool 2 of 11 from the 3-point line for 18%, and 3 of 4 from the free throw line for 75%. And what I talked about after the first quarter, 11 turnovers in the first half, and look at my notes here, 7 of those were in the first quarter. So they cleaned it up just a tad bit there in the second quarter. I would say that to point to a couple things that helped the Riders offensively, they kind of figured out some mismatches, I thought, there in the second quarter, getting Blake Dingledine down in the post. He was a little bigger and a little stronger than the guy guarding him, and he was able to get some what I normally call muscle points, just taking the ball up strong and into and over his defender. And Caden Geiger also got a couple of those buckets, which was good to see him take the ball up strong and kind of take contact a little bit, go into his defender, and put the ball in. So the scoring, 10 points in the first quarter, 13 in the second quarter for the Riders. The Commodores 16-point, really strong first quarter, but then kind of fell apart offensively, 5 points in the second quarter. So I have to give some of that credit to the Riders. Kind of locked down a little bit better defensively, I thought, in the second quarter. The one thing, and I truly wish we had the telestrator tonight, the one thing that the Riders, it's kind of a bad habit, and hopefully they cleaned it up. A lot of times they're running passing lanes with the wrong hand, and basically when you run and kind of open up with the wrong hand defensively, and you don't get the steal, you've now turned your back on your defender, and he's breaking to the basket, and we could illustrate that pretty easily.
Becomes a 5-on-4.
Yes.
Instead of being able to,
you've run yourself out of position.
Yes. Instead of being able to then slide back into the play, you're totally out of the play, and it's a 5-on-4. And you're right. They have done it several times. It's cost them a couple buckets.
And even if they don't immediately score, sometimes there's some bad things that happen. Sometimes you get fouls because you run into them. Sometimes you cause rotations that, a couple passes and they score. And like Derek said, sometimes they'll get the shot and you're no place, not even in the ballpark for defending and rebounding. So yeah, that's just a little detail that hopefully the Riders can.
Well, let's shift gears a little bit and let's talk about some of the St. Mary's alumni graduates that have moved on to play at the next level. Mainly Evan Anksman, Austin Parks, and Kendall Daringer had some pretty good week last week.
Okay, well, we'll start with Evan Anksman. He's a sophomore guard at Defiance College, and if everyone remembers, Evan holds the MHS record for threes in a game. He had 9 threes against Indian Lake in 2024. Evan has the ability to just get insanely hot, and he did that against Indian Lake. Well, Evan did that at Defiance College this last week. Threes in a game, he had 11 versus Washington Adventists. And he went 11 of 16 from the three-point line for the game, and 8 of his last 9 were in the last 5 minutes of regulation and the 5-minute overtime. So obviously he got on fire and kept putting her up. So congrats to him, doing great. The Yellow Jackets are 5-3 on the season. In addition to that, he had 39 points total, wow, which was the most by a Yellow Jacket player in almost 10 years.
Wow.
Austin Parks, 6'10" junior center, formerly at Ohio State, now at the University of Toledo. And this last week he had a career-high 27 points and 10 rebounds in the Toledo victory over Central State. His 27 points and 10 rebounds in 22 minutes of action. He was 10 of 12 from the field, 7 of 8 from the free throw line. The Rockets, Joe Hurlbert's old stomping grounds, are now 5-3 on the season. And last but not least, we have Kendall Deringer, 5'4" senior guard at Ohio Wesleyan University. And Kendall, she ran the show for 4 straight years here at Memorial, and now she's really getting an opportunity to make a big impact on the Ohio Wesleyan team this year. She's averaging only 4 points a game, 2 assists a game, but the team's doing real well. The Battling Bishops are 5-1 on the season. Wednesday night, Kendall hit the game winner at the buzzer, hit a floater to lead the 23rd ranked Bishops over the 10th ranked John Carroll Blue Streaks. And so her bucket 65-63. And so congrats to Kendall, doing a nice job. We've watched her online a couple times, and we've got some riders really making some headway at college.
Absolutely. Well, thanks for the update, Kelly. We're back to action here. Second half about underway. Rough Riders will have the ball as Dingledine tosses it in to Casey Gross. He'll set up the offense. Dingledine will get it back to Gross. We got a whistle. A foul is going to be on Zion Dukes Tisdale.
That was the exact reach that I was talking about with St. Mary's that Zion just did. Reached across his body, reached with the wrong hand as he tried to get the steal. And what was the result? He ran into his offensive player.
Right. Gross with the basketball, guarded by Dukes Tisdale. Dingledine swing it to Minerding for 3. Nope, in and out. Rebound comes down to Warner. And he'll bounce it off to Dukes Tisdale. Picks up the dribble, gives it back to Warner. Warner drives right side, goes up, shot was good. Little finger roll over the front of the rim. 2 points for Amir Warner. He's got 10 for Perry.
Help side didn't quite get there in time. Especially like to see a little better help side. He started about the volleyball line. You need to have a little better help side. That was a nice post up there.
Nice shot by Caden Geiger.
Really nice entry
Wireman,
pass.
no, won't go. Too. Rebound, good position by Geiger. Here comes the Rough Riders the other way. Minerding with it. Give it to Caden Geiger. Caden Geiger got hit pretty hard. You'll see it here on our Larry Schaff instant replay. Boom. I think Caden Geiger's got cobwebs in his head right now. He's trying to shake them off.
Caden Geiger got the foul.
Yeah, that was the right call.
Dukes Tisdale. Shot put up by Broden Eichholt. for three. And Perry regains the lead, 26-25. Down low is Dingledine, won't go, gets his own rebound. They're fighting for it. We've got a hack. And that'll be on Broden Eicholt.
Nice to see the Riders not forgetting what works there, you know, getting Dingledine the ball down in the low post, especially, you know, Commodores take the lead here. Where do you go? Let's get it to Dingledine in the post. It's what's been working.
Dingledine will trigger it in. Give it to Minerding, goes up with his shot. Quick release, 2 points off the glass. That's Minerding's really nice. First 2 points of the ball game.
Yeah, that was really nice. You mentioned the quick release there. You know, you're only open for a split second on a little baseline out of bounds play like that. Just shoot the floater, get it up.
Broden Eicholt got in a little bit of a hurry and kicked it off his knee out of bounds. So the Rough Riders will have the ball off the Commodore turnover. Riders on top, 27-26 on the Sean Barnett Electrical scoreboard. Clayton Rhodes.
There it is.
Rose.
Get it back in there.
Hertenstein bounces it off his foot. And I think we got a Miller Funeral Home timeout. 30-second timeout. Riders lead 27-26. We'll take a short break. We'll be back.
Albert Sporting Goods, outfitting your team since 1980. Our products consist of individual and team equipment for all community organizations, club teams, high school and collegiate sports. We personalize your gear with embroidery, screen printing, digitizing and graphic design with on-site services to deliver quality uniforms, spirit wear, and fulfill every equipment need. Order online now at albertsportinggoods.com.
And speaking of great teams, St. Mary's Foundry would like to thank its very own team of hardworking employees for their loyalty and dedication. If you're looking for rewarding challenges and first-string wages and benefits, check us out at stmfoundry.com or on hometownopportunities.com. St. Mary's Foundry, where iron and ingenuity meet.
Back to action. I think Clayton Rhodes stepped on the end line, so it'll be a turnover. It'll give the ball back to Perry.
Yeah, that's an unfortunate one, especially, you know, coming off of a really nice timeout by Coach Bargy. You know, saved the turnover probably with the timeout, and then, you know, not half a second later you turned it over anyways. Those always make you mad as coach.
Warner drives left side, goes up.
Oh, good help.
Good job by Aiden Minerding to get in his face. Ball sails out of bounds. Last touch by the Rough Riders. Here comes Reese Howell and Caden Geiger. Well, you can't bring two in and send three out. So Huck Herstenstein will stay in the lineup for the Rough Riders. Scott goes up with the leaning one-hander, whistle and a foul.
Right there was a really good example of kind of leaking, trying to get the steal there and didn't get it, and so you end up with a foul. Geiger kind of followed his guy over the top, trying to maybe pick off the pass. Didn't get it, give up a couple points here.
Scott hits the free throw. We're all knotted up at 27. Misses that one. Good box out by Geiger. He'll bring the ball up the floor.
Yeah, it was. I've been critical so far of the Riders and the free throw box out, but that was really, really good.
Hertenstein goes up with the shot down the lane, won't go. Dingledine, nice ball fake up, and he's fouled. And he'll go to the line and shoot two.
Yeah, that was really good there from Dingledine, as you see on the Shaft replay there. You know, get the offensive rebound, kind of in some traffic, pump fake, get your guy up in the air, and immediately go into him. It's an easy foul, easy trip to the line, easy call for the official.
Dingledine hits the first one. Here comes Ryan Monfort into the ball game. Huck Hertenstein will have a seat. Second free throw too hard. Here comes Wireman with the basketball. Guarded by Dingledine.
Good defense.
Duke Tisdale drives the paint, goes up with a shot, and swatted out of bounds by Caden Geiger.
Good help side there, kind of rotating. Howell gets beat, you see him slide over. Obviously gets a good block.
Reminds me of that block that Kaya Fulmer had last night.
Oh, yeah. Duke's Tisdale's shot goes out of bounds. Said it was last touched by the Rough Riders, so it'll stay Perry's ball underneath their own basket. 4:13 remaining here in the third quarter. 28-27. Commodore Riders lead by 1. Duke's Tisdale shot is missed. Here comes Geiger with the basketball. Meinerding has the ball just taken right out of his hands. Here comes Amir Warner. Warner down the paint, goes up off the glass, didn't even hit the glass, missed it altogether. And here comes the Rough Riders.
No, that was really good from Geiger. Kind of felt the pressure coming from behind him, slow down, let the defender go by you.
Reese Howell with the basketball, drives in the paint, needs help. Fall away jumper, nope, won't go. Rebound right back to Reese, goes up and got it with the left hand. Nice shot by Reese Howell. Dukes Tisdale went in the paint to play with the big boys. Ball knocked out. Here comes the Rough Riders. Monfort with it. Reese Howell. Meinerding in the corner. Drop it down low to Dingledine. Nice give and go. Shot up Meinerding. 2. Made Meinerding's 4th. We've got a Miller Funeral Home timeout on the floor with the score. Rough Riders 32, Commodores 27. Back in a moment.
Miller Funeral Home has been serving the Rough Rider community in its time of need since the 70s. Our business is a family affair, dedicated to serving families with integrity, dignity, and compassion. Miller Funeral Home, proud to be a supporter of the Rough Rider community.
Hold your horses, literally. Here comes Rocky, trotting in with some big news.
Yeehaw, Rider Nation! The Rider Rooters give back to every Rough Rider sports program.
That's right. Rider Rooters help supply gear, scoreboards, and the extras our athletes need to succeed. So saddle up and purchase your Rider Rooter membership, because here at St. Mary's, Riders ride together.
Thank you for your support. Go Riders!
Fellowship of Christian Athletes is a middle school and high school club looking to spread God's love throughout numerous schools and communities of our local area. FCA's favorite play of the game is both teams joining together in prayer at the conclusion of the game. God bless you, sports fans.
Back at Grand Lake Health Systems Court, Rider Nation Station, Joe Hurlbert alongside Derek and Kelly J. Rough Riders lead. Did you say this was their biggest lead of the game?
Correct.
32-27.
Commodores led by 9 at one point in time. St. Mary's has their largest lead at 5.
Riders really, I think, big key here in the third quarter, defensively doing a really nice job. You know, help side is there. When the Commodores are getting penetration, even, you know, their best player here, you know, Warner has gotten to the rim, towards the rim, I should say, a couple times, but there's always help side there, so it's making it a tougher finish. There in the first half, there were a lot more easier finishes at the rim.
And he's got great body control.
Yeah.
Turnover over and back.
Yeah, he's got great body control when he gets in there. So it's really, really important for the Riders to get in there and help, not foul, not send him to the line. And they're doing a pretty good job of that. He's sitting at 10 points right now. And I'm not sure if he scored this half or not.
I had that finger roll there.
Okay.
He has scored. He had 8 at halftime, I believe.
Kelly Gross give it over to Huck Hertenstein. Nice pick there by Dingledine. Monfort. Casey Gross is fouled as he goes up with the shot. So he'll go to the line and shoot 2.
His first team score.
Casey hits the first one, he'll get one more. Draven Sevitz, number 22, checks in for Perry. Gross hits them both. Riders up by 7 with 2:02 to go here in the third quarter. Dukes Tisdale picks up the ball. Gives it to Richardson. Richardson guarded by Geiger.
Warner has the bigger Caden Geiger on him. Again, making it a little tough for him.
Oh, they're going to call blocking foul on Dingledine. And it's probably, if we get a chance to see it on our Larry Schaff Auto Sale Instant Replay, you'll see him he'll lean just a little bit.
Yeah. And you're talking about body control. He did a really nice job there. Oftentimes you won't get called for the charge if you don't really center somebody. You know, he kind of leaned off to the right and just kind of glanced Dingledine on his shoulder. You're not going to get an offensive foul called with that. It was a really, really nice body control there.
Free throw, Warner.
Amir Warner hits both free throws, 34-29. Riders on top by 5, 1:35 remaining here in the third. Monfort picks up the dribble in the corner. Kick it all the way out to Hertenstein. Hertenstein drives. He loses the handle. Nice pass inside. It goes to Monfort.
It's been a while since Blake Dingledine's gotten the ball in the post. It'd be nice to see that again. You know, you're up 5. Let's get a reliable chance at scoring here. Geiger maybe not doing a great job of kind of sealing his guy in the post. You got to kind of get low and get your butt into him.
Gross, no good. Shot back up by Geiger is good. Nice offensive stick back by Caden Geiger.
Riders doing a nice job kind of getting a little bit of payback there. You know, Perry got a lot of offensive rebounds early. Riders doing a lot now.
Perry will have the ball after the jump ball call. Amir Warner gives it to Dukes Tisdale, hits nothing. Rebound Scott goes up, nope, foul by Hertenstein. Hacked him on the arm.
Kind of tough to tell from the angle, but boy, I didn't think there was a lot of contact there.
Colton Scott hits the first free throw.
Perry just kind of doing their best to weather the storm here. They've played poorly offensively, really, here in the third quarter, but you know, they still find themselves only down 2 possessions.
Scott misses the second free throw. 15 ticks remaining here in the third quarter. Gross with the basketball. Give it to Meinerding in the paint, stops and pops from the elbow, won't go. Rebound comes down to Richardson. 3.5. Scott with it. Shot put up and it counts by Warner at the buzzer. But hopefully that won't be a momentum breaker for the Rough Riders. That's the end of the third quarter with the score. The St. Mary's Rough Riders 36, the Perry Commodores 33. We'll take a break. We'll be back with the final 8 right after this.
I'm Larry Gruber, longtime educator and St. Mary's wrestling coach.
If you're in need for any electrical upgrades, whether big or small, for your business or home, reach out to Sean Barnett Electrical at 567-259-8343.
Trying to do electrical work on your own can be shocking and painful. Wow!
Hi, I'm Sean Barnett with Sean Barnett Electrical for your home or your business, and I do support this pinch.
Hey there, Rough Rider Country. If you need a van, truck, car, SUV, motorcycle, camper, boat, or any other form of transportation, come on down to Shaft Auto Sales. I know you got vehicle needs, and I got needs too. I need to know that you got the right kind of truck to get the job done. And I need to know that you got a fun set of wheels to cruise around in. And I need to know that your kids are safe when you take them for a ride.
Thanks, Aaron High, the car guy.
I'm Aaron High, the car guy with Shaft Auto Sales. I sell cars to Rough Rider fans, because that's what I am, and that's who I care about.
Back with the final 8 minutes of tonight's ball game here on Rider Nation Station. Joe Hurlmer alongside my partners Derek and Kelly J. Final 8 minutes, 36-33. Riders on top. Ball is stolen, and it's almost stolen back by Casey Gross. It was knocked out of bounds, so it should be Perry's basketball. We'll see if the three-point goal by Amir Warner at the buzzer gives the Perry Commodores a little bit of momentum here in the fourth quarter.
It's something the Riders did at times last year, but there, that last possession, not necessarily a bad shot. You know, he was open, but the time for Aiden Meinerding shooting that with 7-8 seconds left, that's poor end of quarter time management, and you allow Perry to go down to the other end and get an open shot. If you wait till 4 or 5 seconds left, then they don't score.
Dukes Tisdale has the ball blocked by Huck Hertenstein.
I think coach over there is Coach Hutchins. A little upset with Dukes Tisdale. He's done that multiple times, gets really deep, gets good penetration, but he's a very short guy, and he's gotten blocked several times, just going way, way too deep for a short guy.
Shot put up and is good by Aiden Wireman.
Got to learn the art of the floater.
Yes, yes.
And we got a tie ball game.
Yes, we do. 36-36 on the Sean Barnett Electrical scoreboard. Here comes Gross.
Good take.
Yep.
Good take.
Nice left.
Just takes it to the glass. Casey Gross, 4 points.
Warner wanted him to go back doors.
Yeah, he did. He had it too.
Last touch by Huck Hertenstein. It'll still remain.
And that's one of those. That's one of those that they probably haven't played together long enough to know the eye contact, the little head nod. Yeah. You know, those are things that grow on you as you play together.
Wireman shot no good. Ball loose on the floor, and Huck Hertenstein.
I think he's going to be okay. This can be dangerous plays there. Somebody diving at your leg like that.
A little more flexible than I am. But Hertenstein will have a seat on the bench. Maybe some precautionary measures by Coach Bargy. Riders lead by 2. Geiger's going to launch one. Nope, off the back of the iron. Rebound comes down to Meinerding, to Gross. Rhodes. Down low to Dingledine. Nice pass to Geiger, up and in off the glass.
Really good job by Geiger kind of sneaking into the back line of the defense there. Perry playing a little zone, it looked like. And
looked like a 1-2-2.
Yeah, that's what I thought. And he did a nice job of just kind of being hidden in the back line there, and Dingledine keeping his head up. Nice bounce pass.
Huck Hertenstein back in the ball game. Clayton Rhodes will have a seat. And here comes Aiden Wireman.
Yeah.
Foul's going to be on Casey Gross. And we'll see it here on our Larry Schaff Auto Sales instant replay.
You're having a little arm there, so it's probably a legit foul.
Good job by the.
They got away with a little double dribble there.
That's what I thought. Hertenstein with the basketball will give the ball to Gross. Riders up by 4 with 5:23 remaining here in the ball game. Dukes Tisdale on Gross. Hertenstein.
Don't force it. There you go.
Spin move goes up, rolls around, will not go. And here comes Amir Warner. Richardson shot, no, won't go. Dingledine with the board. Caden Geiger with it. Riders just need to play under control right here. Protect the basketball. Picked by Dingledine, he rolled, does get Huck Hertenstein for 3. Nope, won't go.
It's a good look.
Dingledine with the offensive board. Good job by Blake.
It's been a while since the Riders have gotten a post touch. It'd be nice to see him get the ball down low here.
Haven't shot well from 3.
Yeah.
Not probably the shots that we need.
Wow,
that's
a bullet pass. Nice job by Casey Gross. We've got a Miller Funeral Home timeout called on the floor. With the score, the Rough Riders 42, the Commodores 36. Back in a moment.
Get your 50-50 tickets out. 50-50 winning ticket.
Hi, I'm Jay Gibson, proud owner of Varsity Lanes since 2003. Visit Varsity Lanes for exceptional fun and mouth-watering food. Opt for our classic ham and cheese or choose from various other delectable options. Every Friday night, join Rough Rider fans in the lounge for food, drinks, and St. Mary's football. Can't make it? Takeout and delivery services available. Varsity Lanes is your go-to spot for daily lunch specials and dinner options. Whether you dine in, take out, or opt for delivery, Varsity Lanes, locally owned and operated, and the home of state bowling champions, and where amazing dining meets fun. Tempted? Visit or call us now. Have you made the call yet?
We did.
Buffalo Wild Wings in St. Mary's, proud to support Rough Rider Athletics and the Memorial Student Athletes. Join Buffalo Wild Wings for each Rough Riders football game, streamed on Rider Nation Station. Buffalo Wild Wings, wings, drinks, sports.
Alrighty, 4:16 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Riders up by 6, 42-36. Kelly, numbers to this point.
I did not pull things up. Derek and I were just talking about what is this going to be in the last 4 minutes of the game. Close game. It's going to come down to 2 or 3 things: turnovers, free throws, and Derek reminded me.
Rebounds. Got to get defensive rebounds.
You got to get defensive rebounds.
Yep.
You know, when you get a stop, get the rebound, and that's both teams.
Wireman goes up with a shot. They're going to call a foul on Blake Dingledine.
Not a smart defensive play there. What's the cardinal rule of basketball? You'll hear announcers, coaches say, like, don't foul a three-point shooter. You know, we talked about it pregame. You know, they've hit.
Oh, he hit him right in the face.
Yeah, they've hit 2 threes coming into the game as a team. They've hit a couple today, but just giving easy points, stopping the clock. You know, the clock right now is your friend, but going to give him some easier shots here.
And getting guys into a rhythm. I always thought as a player, when I got to the free throw line, I'd see the ball going through the basket and just kind of get into a groove shooting, and then other shots become easier. Wireman with 6 points on the night so far. Aiden Wireman now with 7 points for the Commodores. Commodores being led, of course, by Mira Warner with 15 right now.
Good job by the Riders there. I thought in the first half against the press, the Riders were a little congested in the backcourt, but doing a much better job having some better spacing, looking up the floor, advancing it with the pass.
Gross, backdoor, it goes to Meinerding, and he throws it behind him and out of bounds. Of course, there was a little head nod that you saw Casey Gross give to Meinerding, and then he throws the ball behind him and out of bounds.
Probably too risky of a pass. You know, it's 3.5 minutes left. You know, you're not saying where you're going to limit shots, but there's no reason to make that pass right now. You got a lead. You got 3 minutes left.
And boy, Amir Warner answers with 3 of his own.
Doesn't it always seem like you get punished when you do something like that? Make a bad turnover on offense, and then you go back on defense, and the other team hits a shot. Seems like the basketball gods will always punish you for those kind of things.
42-41, Riders by 1. 3 minutes remaining. Skip pass goes out of bounds. Can be handled by Caden Geiger. Now we've got a Miller Funeral Home timeout called by St. Mary's. They lead by 1 with 2:54 remaining. We'll be back.
TSC has streaming television services available in the Gigahood, delivered over our blazing fast fiber internet. Choose TV to fit your family's needs. Enjoy our basic package with all the local channels, or try the extended basic package with sports, news, music, and family entertainment. Download the Your TV Green app and use your Amazon Fire Stick to start watching today. Still need internet? Go to www.telcirco.com and choose the Connect Me button to complete the fiber connection form, and we'll take care of the rest.
The St. Mary's Memorial High School Alumni Foundation is proud to support St. Mary's athletics. We invite you to become a member of the Alumni Foundation by checking out our website at www.mhsaf.com or checking us out on Facebook. Good luck, Riders.
Hello, I'm Dr. Robert Spees. Welcome to Spees Chiropractic and Wellness Center.
As a family practice, Spees Chiropractic welcomes in patients of all ages. Whether this is your first time or you've done this before, Dr. Spees and his compassionate staff are here for you. What makes Spees Chiropractic unique is their 3-tier approach. By using chiropractic care alongside massage therapy and physical therapy, all your healthcare needs will be treated compassionately and comprehensively. Spees Chiropractic. Make the right choice for your care.
2:54 remaining. Perry has the basketball. They trail by 1. Shot up, nope, won't go. Rebound comes down to Geiger.
It was a big defensive possession there for the Riders. Kind of reeling a little bit. You're on the heels of 2 turnovers and giving up a 3. So it was a big stop. They need some points.
4 turnovers already in this 4th quarter, so cleaning things up is very, very important for the Riders.
Good job by Caden Geiger taking it to the hoop. He's fouled, so he'll go to the free throw line. So these become important free throws from this point forward.
Yeah, and then that was what you like to see there. What do you do when you're struggling to score? Go to the rim, whether it's in the post or whether it's attacking the rim. Go to the rim, get an easy shot, or go to the line.
Point number 15 and 16 for Caden Geiger on the night.
Gets both free throws. Extends the Riders' lead to 3 with 2:13 remaining. Oh, nice job by Huck Hertenstein. He's got a man out in front.
So really extended pass.
So really he gets mauled and no foul. Although the Rough Riders will retain possession of the basketball. Blake Dingledine will trigger it in. Substitution coming in for Perry, Kevin Richardson. Broden Eckholt will sit on the bench. We got another Miller Funeral Home timeout on the floor. We'll take a break. We'll be back.
St. Mary's traditions include football, SMAB, and Fowler's TV. Founded in 1957 by Richard and Peggy, Fowler's TV is celebrated, like a Rough Rider first down, for its dedication to high-quality electronics, custom installations of indoor and outdoor TVs, Sonos sound systems, surveillance systems, and so much more. With 12 months of special financing available on approved credit, shopping local has never been better. Fowler's knowledgeable and friendly staff uphold the tradition of exceptional customer care, servicing only what they sell with the same or next day service.
Albert Sporting Goods, outfitting your team since 1980. Our products consist of individual and team equipment for all community organizations, club teams, high school and collegiate sports. We personalize your gear with embroidery, screen printing, digitizing and graphic design with on-site services to deliver quality uniforms, spirit wear, and fulfill every equipment need. Order online now at albertsportinggoods.com.
Riders lead by 3, 44-41, 2:08 remaining in the game. Rough Riders have the basketball. Aiden Meinerding will trigger it in. Gets it into Huck Hertenstein.
My guess is Coach Bargy calling that timeout to tell his kids, what shots are we looking for?
It looks like they want to spread the floor a little bit.
Yeah, and you're kind of in a layup only, I would think, but
so much for that.
Yeah, don't like that shot at all.
Huck Hertenstein's three-point goal is missed. Here comes Warner. Warner off the glass, got it. He's had himself a nice ball game.
Yeah, he's up to 20, and everything we said in the pregame, everything revolves around him, and he has not failed to pull through with that prediction.
Geiger with the basketball. Gross. Needs help.
Better
reverses, goes the other way, goes up with the shot off the glass, won't go. Dingledine, offensive glass. Nice job by Blake Dingledine. Gets the offensive glass, goes back up with it, and he's fouled. And he's going to go to the line and shoot 2.
Yeah, that was great offensive board there by Dingledine. Kind of bailed out the possession. Didn't really like the shot there from Gross. Kind of a running layup. You're up 1, don't really need it, but go up for it if you're Dingledine. I like that.
Gets the roll.
Point number 10 for Blake Dingledine for the night. 7 rebounds.
Missed the second one, but going back to that last possession, the first shot in that possession was a three-point shot by Hertenstein, which probably was ill-advised.
Yeah.
Rough Riders get the turnover. We're 60 seconds left in this ball game. Riders by 2.
Riders need to sit on the clock here, just hold it, wait for a foul.
Meinerding will kick it back out.
Yep, just hang on to the ball.
Good senior leadership there by Aiden Meinerding.
Hertenstein.
And the Raiders have a timeout too. Get in bad shape, take a timeout.
35 seconds.
Know how much time's left. You got 30 seconds left, 2-point lead. They're going to have to foul
And
soon.
a whistle and foul is going to be on Kevin Richardson, and Huck Hertenstein will go to the line.
Coach Hutchins kind of yelling at his kids there as soon as Huck touched the ball. He wanted that foul. My guess is just because he hasn't been to the line in a while. Dingledine just to the line. Sometimes you don't want to send somebody back who is freshly there, but he wanted Hertenstein at the line. Hertenstein coming into the game hadn't shot any free throws from the New Knoxville game.
Hertenstein with 2 points, misses the free throw.
Good choice there by Coach Hutchins. Hertenstein needs this one. Be nice to make it a 3-point game at least. Changes how you defend. You can at least force them to take threes.
Missed them both. Rebound comes down to Geiger. Hang on to the basketball. We're down to under. We got a whistle and a foul is going to be called on Zion Dukes Tisdale. And Geiger will go to the line.
Riders got real lucky there on the free throw. Misses there and then getting the offensive rebound.
Derek, what did you talk about when we got in the fourth quarter? Turnovers, rebounds, and free throws.
Yep.
Caden Geiger is not the guy we need
that
the Commodores need to foul.
Yeah, he's got 17 points. We've got another Miller Funeral Home timeout called by Perry. We'll come back right after this.
And speaking of great teams, St. Mary's Foundry would like to thank its very own team of hardworking employees for their loyalty and dedication. If you're looking for rewarding challenges and first-string wages and benefits, check us out at stmfoundry.com or on hometownopportunities.com. St. Mary's Foundry, where iron and ingenuity meet.
Miller Funeral Home has been serving the Rough Rider community in its time of need since the 70s. Our business is a family affair, dedicated to serving families with integrity, dignity, and compassion. Miller Funeral Home, proud to be a supporter of the Rough Rider community.
18.3 seconds remaining. Caden Geiger will be at the line. He'll have one more free throw coming. Riders lead 46-43 on the Sean Barnett Electrical scoreboard. Huck Hertenstein will play defense. He'll go back a little bit, and Geiger hits two big free throws.
We were talking in the break there that I thought Coach Hutchins does a nice job using his timeouts well through the game, but I really didn't like that timeout there, especially as Geiger hits his second free throw, because the clock doesn't stop after made baskets in high school basketball. So if Perry scores here, St. Mary's can kind of just let the clock roll a little bit, but we'll see if that's necessary.
Shot put up by Wireman won't go, and we've got a foul call on Wireman. So we'll go to the other end of the floor, and Aiden Meinerding can put the icing on this ball game.
Yeah, in the end, didn't really matter. The Riders did a nice job there, kind of forcing a tough shot, and forcing them to take kind of a tough two. Those are always good when you got a 4-point lead, rather than not taking the three.
Free throw, Aiden Meinerding.
That offensive rebound off the missed free throw.
Yeah, saved the game.
Yeah, right.
Yep.
Meinerding hits them both. 6-point lead. Just let her go. That's the buzzer. That will not count. If it win, it doesn't. That's the ball game. The Rough Riders win it by a score of 49-43. We're going to take a break. We're going to come back. We're going to review the statistics and wrap things up here at Grand Lake Health Systems Court. We'll do that right after this.
Hold your horses, literally. Here comes Rocky, trotting in with some big news.
Yeehaw, Rider Nation. The Rider Rooters give back to every Rough Rider sports program.
That's right. Rider Rooters help supply gear, scoreboards, and the extras our athletes need to succeed. So saddle up and purchase your Rider Rooter membership, because here at St. Mary's, Riders ride together.
Thank you for your support. Go Riders!
Fellowship of Christian Athletes is a middle school and high school club looking to spread God's love throughout numerous schools and communities of our local area. FCA's favorite play of the game is both teams joining together in prayer at the conclusion of the game. God bless you, sports fans.
I'm Larry Gruber, longtime educator and St. Mary's wrestling coach.
If you're in need for any electrical upgrades, whether big or small, for your business or home, reach out to Sean Barnett Electrical at 567-259-8343.
Trying to do electrical work on your own can be shocking and painful.
Wow! Hi, I'm Sean Barnett with Sean Barnett Electrical for your home or your business, and I do support this pinch.
Hey there, Rough Rider Country. If you need a van, truck, car, SUV, motorcycle, camper, boat, or any other form of transportation, come on down to Schaff Auto Sales. I know you got vehicle needs, and I got needs too. I need to know that you got the right kind of truck to get the job done. And I need to know that you got a fun set of wheels to cruise around in. And I need to know that your kids are safe when you take them for a ride.
Thanks, Aaron High, the car guy.
I'm Aaron High, the car guy with Schaff Auto Sales. I sell cars to Rough Rider fans, because that's what I am, and that's who I care about.
Hi, I'm Jay Gibson, proud owner of Varsity Lanes since 2003. Visit Varsity Lanes for exceptional fun and mouth-watering food. Opt for our classic ham and cheese, or choose from various other delectable options. Every Friday night, join Rough Rider fans in the lounge for food, drinks, and St. Mary's football. Can't make it? Takeout and delivery service is available. Varsity Lanes is your go-to spot for daily lunch specials and dinner options. Whether you dine in, take out, or opt for delivery, Varsity Lanes, locally owned and operated, and the home of state bowling champions, and where amazing dining meets fun. Tempted? Visit or call us now. Have you made the call yet?
We did! Buffalo Wild Wings in St. Mary's, proud to support Rough Rider Athletics and the Memorial Student Athletes. Join Buffalo Wild Wings for each Rough Riders football game, streamed on Rider Nation Station. Buffalo Wild Wings, wings, drinks, sports.
Well, the Rough Riders get a sweep tonight in JV and varsity action as the St. Mary's JVs defeated Perry by a score of 57-25, and St. Mary's varsity wins it 49-43. Take a look at some of the numbers. Here's Kelly and Derek.
Okay, for the Perry Commodores, Dukes Tisdale with 4 points, Wireman with 7, Eichholt with 5, Richardson with 2, Scott with 5, and leading the way, Amir Warner with 20 points, 7 of 19 from the field for him, and he was as advertised. He did it all for the Commodores.
I was very impressed.
Very impressive performance by him, yeah. The Commodores were 13 of 43 for 30% from the field. Overall, 5 of 14 from the three-point line, 12 of 20, kind of the difference in the game. From the free throw line for just a 60%, 13 turnovers, and yeah, so that's pretty thorough on their stats here for the St. Mary's Rough Riders. Blake Dingledine with 10 points, Caden Geiger with 18 leading the way for the Rough Riders. Reese Howe with 7, Casey Gross 6, Aiden Meinerding 6, and Huck Kurtenstein 2. The Rough Riders were 17 of 43 for 39% from the field. As I used the word cool in the first half, we're to the not cool anymore. It's cold. It's really cold. 2 of 15 from the three-point line for a freezing 13%. Free throws, 13 of 18 for 72%. Real positive stat that they had 12 offensive boards, and leading the way was Blake Dingledine with 4 offensive boards. A really quality performance for him inside. 8 something to clean up for Tuesday. 18 turnovers. A large majority of those were in the first half. However, again, just something to work on for next week. The Riders were very consistent offensively. Scoring-wise, their quarters were 10, 13, 13, 13. So very consistent there. And I thought defensively that second quarter was really the difference in the game, where they were down by 9 and clawed their way back in, took the lead, and then just kind of held on down the stretch.
Yeah, some things situationally to clean up for the Riders. I think obviously turnovers were sloppy at times, but did a nice job when they needed to, coming up with big plays, whether it's offensive rebounds, a couple nice from Geiger or Dingledine, a couple nice drives to the basket. When they needed to, they got it done, and that was kind of the difference, I thought, is they hit big shots, made free throws when they absolutely needed to. Especially a couple of those key offensive rebounds down the stretch, kind of the difference between a loss and a victory. So things to work on, but definitely some bright spots heading into next week.
Well, big win for the Rough Riders to run their record to 1-1 on the season. Of course, with the loss, Perry drops their record to 0-3. Next week, again, as I mentioned, boys will be back in action right here at Grand Lake Health Systems Court as they take on the Findlay Trojans. We'll be here to bring it to you. And then on Thursday, girls basketball as the Bath Wild Kittens come to Grand Lake Health Systems Court, and we'll be here to bring that one to you as well. I want to thank our camera crew, Ross Henshin and Carter Fisher, and of course Rich Spencer pushing all the buttons. For my colleagues Derek and Kelly J, I'm Joe Hurlbert. Once again, our final score, the St. Mary's Rough Riders 49, the Perry Commodores 43. Until next time, so long everyone.
Thanks for watching another episode of Rider Nation Station. Help us help you by subscribing on YouTube or following us on Facebook.